All right, Jason Gray, welcome back to the Jason Gray Show. Amit, how are you today?
I'm doing great, buddy. How about yourself?
Doing great. All right, let's talk about a great program New American Funding has. It's an all-cash program. You have a unique phrase for this which everyone remembers. So let's talk about, first of all, the name of it, and then second of all, if you were a buyer that's just getting traditional financing but wants to utilize this all-cash deal, let's talk about that first before we talk about the person that has their house listed for sale. So
sure,
tell me the name that you come up with.
The name that just sticks in my head and is easy to say, easy to remember, the Rich Uncle Loan. And who among us would not want a rich uncle
paying cash for your house?
Pay cash for your house, write a check, take care of all that.
So the great thing about this program is it's an all-cash program. You can close it in 10 to 14 days, and your rich uncle, which is New American Funding,
correct,
cuts a check and buys you your house.
That's exactly right.
Okay. So let's talk about negotiations right now in regards to if you were that buyer, you know, they don't have a house to sell, but you're just like a traditional buyer. What would that look like for you in regards to working with your realtor, negotiating things? What are you sort of looking at right now in this market?
Of course. Well, everybody knows that cash is king.
It is.
They've said that time and again, and it's really true. As a seller, think about this. Someone's going to walk in, because the market's changed.
Yeah.
And now sellers are not getting the multiple offers. They're not getting 3 offers before the first showing. They're not getting escalation clauses above asking. They're a little bit scared.
Yeah.
They're a little bit uncomfortable.
Right.
And along comes rich uncle with that big fat checkbook. And you can suddenly start, as a buyer, you could say, look, I'll close for cash in 10 days.
Yeah.
But I want you to pay a buy down for my interest rate, or I want you to do this or do that, because rich uncle is going to finance later on, right? They're going to buy from rich uncle.
Yeah. So there's a fee associated with this, but in your negotiations, you're negotiating to a fee situation where you're getting that back and then some.
Exactly.
And so you're negotiating those things. Okay. So so let's talk about how the market is shifting a little bit, right? And what I mean by shifting is rates are eventually going to get down into like that 5.5% market, and we have lack of inventory already right now. And you and I are feeling like, over the last 3 to 4 weeks, a couple of our clients have got outbid based on multiple offer situations.
That's right.
Which were, if we would have posed, that question to them, this all cash deal, maybe that would have been a deal. So let's say rates hit 5.5% and we're at lack of inventory. Pretty much everyone in this arena, in regards to the rich uncle pay all cash deal, they're gone, or there's very limited options that they have right now. So let's talk about the next person. Let's talk about that person who has. They have a house for sale, and they need to buy the next house.
Right.
What does that look like, and what's the advantage of doing this now in regards to doing this all cash deal? So what does that look like in our eyes?
Absolutely. Well, we're closing one today, in fact. Rich uncle is buying the subject property for our clients today. They're going to be moving in tomorrow.
Right.
It's exciting for them.
So they can move in.
Yes.
Day number 1.
Yes,
right?
As soon as rich uncle takes title, they're going to get the keys on a rental schedule. So they're going to rent it back from rich uncle until their departing residence sells. And what that means to them, they've got 3 kids and dogs.
Right.
You cannot show that property, that home that they've got for sale. You can't ask the kids to leave the house every time someone wants to look at that home.
Right.
You can't ask the kids to keep the home clean and pristine so that you've got showings available.
Right.
It's just not practical.
Yeah.
So rich uncle comes in there, lets you move into the new home, lets you unpack, lets you hang the artwork, lets the kids pick which rooms they're going to move into, and let you settle in.
Yeah.
And this, at the same time, your real estate broker has your home ready for the market. It's pristine. It looks good. They can do showings. They could do open houses. And you're not having to worry about keeping it in that state with your kids and your pets and everything else. It's a huge opportunity for people. I can't tell you, Jason, how many times someone has asked me, do you have a bridge loan?
Yes.
And when I said no, they've come back and said, I wish I had a rich uncle.
Yeah, right.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, now you do. So that fee that we charge to do this loan is rolled into the new purchase price.
That's correct.
We're technically selling it right to that buyer.
That's right.
And then we're selling it back to them, right? So that's huge. It's financed into the purchase price. We have a closed transaction, so we have a comp now too in regards to that sales price.
Right.
So that adds some more value to it. like you said, you can get that other house listed for sale. Now we're qualifying them, and I'm not too sure if people are aware of this. We're qualifying them on what's going to happen in the future. We're not qualifying them on both mortgage payments. We're truly looking at what's the big picture in the long run. Now, are we a little conservative on some of the numbers? Yeah, we have to sort of use some common sense decisions on what we're doing in regards to what these numbers look like. But yeah, this is a huge tool. It's way better than a bridge loan.
And cheaper.
And cheaper.
And
yeah.
cheaper.
And you get, you're put in such a great position. I can't stress it enough. Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
The Rich Uncle program.
The Rich Uncle.
I love it. And when he brought this up, I was like, that's the best way to say it. Because if you say that it's an all cash deal, or we're helping you buy the house all cash, they're like, oh, whatever. But the Rich Uncle, I love it.
People remember that, and when they need you, they're going to call you.
They are going to call you. So if you guys have any questions, reach out to both of us. We've both been doing this a super long time. Our contact information will be on this video as well. We're here to help you, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we're here to close loans.
And you're here to
crack bones.
That's right, exactly. Oh my gosh. So we will answer the phone calls evenings, weekends, anytime there are holidays, vacations. Our wives understand this, right?
My wife knows what she married into.
That's right. So did my wife. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time. Bye-bye.